we're becoming the best company to work for in the real estate industry in Wichita, Kansas. That's a good question on why should you join our team. So with our team, Urban Cool ICT, we are part of the EXP brokerage. So EXP is really awesome in how they operate because they allow us to basically operate our independent branding on top of their company. So we are able to do a lot of really cool things from a marketing standpoint that are limited at a lot of other brokerages. One is obviously growing our team. We kind of have the ability to create the structure of our team, kind of how we want it. And the way we have built our team is we wanted our team to be a destination for agents, not just a stepping stone. So, and by that is that we're very agent-centric. So we focus on how can we make the best experience possible for the agent. So, we have several ways on how we do that, and I'll kind of walk through those as we kind of go through them. But one of the biggest things that we have to offer, an agent like yourself. So one of the really cool perks about being a part of our team is that we are a mega icon team under EXP, which means that we sell, a lot, basically we sell a lot of houses. We sell over 200 a year, over $40 million worth. So as part of that, we are considered in EXP's eyes a mega icon team, which allows us to offer our agents a 4,000 cap for the brokerage, which is by far the best than anywhere that you're ever, you're going to get.
So what does that mean?
So that means that, with the way our team's set up is we run a split with the team and the agent. The team will take a certain percent and the agent will take a certain percent. But the percent that the agent takes, whether it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, will be subjected to an 80-20 split from EXP. So once that 20% hits $4,000 for the year, then EXP will no longer take any more money out of your checks. It's really affordable for the agent because only $4,000, that goes by pretty quickly. A lot of our agents will hit that within 2 to 3 months on the current kind of deal volume that they're doing. So it's really nice because you're not having to give your brokerage a lot of money, because obviously with us, we're providing a lot of value from the team perspective, and we're just kind of using EXP as the vehicle to do business and to operate in this world. So mostly EXP provides us the tools like for compliance, for brokerage compliance and stuff like that. One of the big things here that a lot of agents like yourself will ask is like, well, how many leads am I going to be getting? And that's a really good question, is how many leads you are going to be getting. So as part of our team, we don't actually offer leads to our agents. We offer something better. We offer appointments. Because the way that we want our agents to be focused on what they're best at, which is selling, getting in front of clients and selling homes, whether it's listing or buying or whatever that looks like. So we have an inside sales department that is actually taking the leads and converting them into opportunities for our agents. And so they're doing that through a variety of different ways. But we have full-time in-house agents or inside sales agents that are constantly working through leads to provide our agents the best deals the best leads they possibly can. And when those leads are ready for either a listing appointment, a buyer consultation, or to go look at a house, then we will assign them to an agent. So we'll go ahead, and that's how our agents work. So our agents are getting anywhere from 4 to 8 to 12 appointments a month, or even more than that. So it kind of just varies upon what the individual agent's goals are and what their current success rate on converting those appointments into opportunities, to closing opportunities. So, and we treat every agent differently. Some agents want to come in here and sell 10 homes a month, and that's perfectly fine. If they want to do that and they have the capability and they've shown that they can perform to that, then we're definitely going to give them the opportunities to do that. We do have some agents, that only want to do 2 homes a month, and that's perfectly fine. And we just gauge our systems to make sure that they can hit those two a month, based upon the opportunities. A big thing that we see is that basically every appointment we set, right now we're converting at a 1-to-3 ratio. So that means every 3 appointments, you're getting at least 1 contract. So, and we're working on our systems to get even better on trying to get that closer to 50%. And we have different methods on how we're working on trying to make that happen. So right now, we're averaging around 100 appointments a month. We are getting about 12 to 1,500 leads a month, depending upon kind of what the lead sources are. Those are then being converted into about 100 appointments a month. I imagine that once, and that's in the slow time of the year, once we start getting into the springtime, into by the busy season, we should be starting to see about 150 to 200 appointments per month, which will, right now we are averaging about 10 appointments per agent. And, so like I said, some are getting like 5 and some are getting 10 and some are getting more than that. So it just is kind of varying upon exactly where they're at. Obviously, as we continue to grow, as we continue to increase our systems and get better, we're going to be, creating more opportunities for agents. I mean, we're hiring 2 more ISAs that will then, which are inside sales agents, will help us convert into even more appointments, increase our conversion rate. So, things like that. And another thing is like I said, we want our agents focusing on sales. Like you as an agent, I want you to focus on what you're good at, which is selling homes to clients. So that's why we have a transaction department. So with our transaction department, they're going to be, we have transaction coordinators that are going to help you get your paperwork done, make sure the timelines are hit so that you can, again, focus on what you need to focus on, which is very important. And it's also very important to make sure the client has a good experience throughout the process. So we're constantly focused on that. I mean, we're obsessed with that to make sure the client has the best possible experience, because that's what we're concerned about. We want to sell a lot of homes, but we still want it to be a really good experience for the clients. So our transaction department is helping in a variety of different ways. Obviously paperwork, obviously making sure the lender is hitting what milestones they need, making sure the lender has all the paperwork they need, making sure the appraisal has been ordered, making sure the inspection has been ordered, all these different milestones along the way. And then obviously once we get to closing, make sure all the documents are lined up, make sure everything is in. So then once we close, you're able to get paid as quick as possible. That's our goal, is to make sure that we can get you paid either that day or the next day. And one of the biggest things we have here is, what we've been lucky with the people that we have on our team is we have a really good culture. We have a culture where everyone wants to work together. Everyone's willing to help each other out. Everyone's willing to step in where they need to make sure that, we have balance. Make sure A and B, that the clients are taken care of, so that you're not kind of stuck with a question and you're not sure if you can provide the best service possible. So we have a whole team of people, and we use Slack to kind of make sure everything's lined up. We have team meeting, we have this weekly sales team meeting. We have role plays twice a week. We have specific training on, depending upon where you're at in the business. We have, so if you're new, we're going over CRMs, we're going over accountability, tracking, all that. And once you get more experience, it's going to be like how to get more listings in your name, how to convert at a higher level. We're going to start talking about those advanced techniques kind of in sales. But we're not going to start those right away, because they're going to go right over your head, because you're still not quite experienced yet in just some of the more simpler things. So we really have a path that we want to take you on to make sure that we can get your success level to where you want it to be. Because like I said, we're focused on a destination, being a destination for you to being a successful agent and making sure that you can hit what goals you want to hit. One thing that we have as well at our disposal is what we call our showing partners. So our showing partners can step in. For example, if you're double booked, or let's just say you have a prior commitment, or you're having to go out of town for something, our showing partner can step in and open the door for you to help your clients make sure they get the home that they want to look at. We know in today's market that you have to look at that house that day, or at worst case the next day, because we know that house is going to be gone, and it's going to be, there's going to be several offers. So we don't want our clients to feel like they are missing out on an opportunity, because you're living a life. You're going to have things that pop up where you can't go make the showing, or you're going to have too many people that you're working with that you can't show them all the house. We want to make sure that we can still provide really good customer service for those people, and make sure they can get the opportunity to go look at their house on the schedule that they have available to them. Some of the ways that we're really focused on in terms of providing value to our clients is, we have this buyer package that we give them every time we meet a new client, whether it's at a house or for a buyer consultation, and it's going to have what we have is our buyer guide that's going to walk them step by step on the process of buying a house, because that's very important. And it's very important for them, but it's also very important for you as an agent, because sometimes we forget to, and we skip over things in the buyer consultation, but this kind of makes sure that we don't. Because you always want to make sure that they know the areas they're looking at. They know, what types of houses that you can help them find. Because before, like sometimes people would, buy a for sale by owner and not knowing that there was a for sale by owner that we could help them out on a for sale by owner house, and then they kind of get themselves in a situation where now they're not represented by an agent and they're working a transaction and unprotected, So we just want to make sure that we kind of go through the process on why they should be working with us as a team and as a real estate agent. So, and then also in that form, we're gonna have our documents that they need, basically additional information that they need on the home buying process, to make sure they really have a good understanding about what that process takes. And then once we get them to sign a buyer agency, which is we really push on signing buyer agencies, because it's just important to get that in writing from the client that they do want to work with you. Because if they don't want to work with us, we want to understand why. Like, are they really a serious buyer? Or are they maybe already kind of committed to another agent? They just don't want to commit to us? Because if that's the case, then that's fine. But we want to make sure we work them accordingly. We want to make sure like we're not wasting a lot of our time if they're not really willing to commit to us, because they might use another agent, or they actually aren't really looking for a home. They're just kind of seeing what's out there right now and just kind of, and this 100% is a business and a job. So if you're not going to see a return on your time, then why would you keep wasting your time with these people? So, obviously there's a balance there, and it's a balance that the individual agent's going to have to find on what's that risk versus reward on working with those people. So that's kind of why we kind of push the buyer agency, which I know it's kind of taboo in this industry. People are afraid to ask for it, but we're not. We want to ask for it because we have so many opportunities that we don't want to miss. One of our good opportunities because we're working with an opportunity that's never going to pan out. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So once they sign up by our agency, what we do is we either have the agent or one of our showing partners deliver what we call a survival kit to them. So survival kit's just, we are working towards the law of reciprocity, to where like if you give them something, you give a client something, that they are more likely to repay you. Now they're not going to repay you back with a survival kit. They're going to repay you with how they best know, which is giving you their business. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're not forcing them into anything, but we want to make sure it is a really good experience for them. So we deliver these survival kits, which is going to be, it has coffee cups. It's got a variety of things from local companies that really just provide that extra edge over our, kind of what other agents are doing. And then once we close, we have a nice little closing box for them that has, again, a lot of local stuff that is going to be nice for them once they kind of get into their new home. So, we're just constantly looking at ways to make ourselves better. And this is just the beginning. We're going to continue to add more and more things throughout the process to really get better. So those are the main things that kind of, is why agents are joining our team. And there was one thing I also forgot. So for us, we're really big on we have team opportunities, and then we have a sphere of influence opportunities, which is your own buyers or your own sellers that you're coming across in your day-to-day life, whether it's on social media, whether it's in your church, or with your friends from high school, whatever it is. But we offer 4 different levels, and it's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And in those levels, we have higher percents on what you get paid out on that. So we start at 60 for bronze, and we end at 90 for platinum. So we make it, like I said, we want to be a destination for agents, and we don't want to take all of your money from people that or that or that you're working hard to get. You can keep that money. And it's kind of, and if you want more details on kind of what divides those plans up, then feel free to reach out, whenever we get there. So kind of summing up all those things is that's why we are rapidly growing. We're taking market share, and we're becoming the best, in my mind, and I think the mind of everyone on our team, is that we're becoming the best company to work for in the real estate industry in Wichita, Kansas.